Dylan here. Welcome back to Table Space, your place for all things tabletop gaming. I wasn't initially gonna make this video, but I decided after going to church over the weekend, spending some time with myself and my family, and looking at all the comments that everyone sent over the past few days, I wanted to collect my thoughts and write some stuff down, and just kind of talk about the video and a little bit more about me and my thoughts. I do apologize. It looks like I'm all over the place in that other video. I think I need to make a better point of spending a little bit more forethought and note taking with these videos that I make, just so I can kind of maybe get my points across better. Uh, I've been told by my friends I'm a good storyteller, but I'm bad at telling stories. We'll just leave it at that, and hopefully that I can get better as I continue to throw myself out here and just try to learn. So I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't want, not that I didn't want to. I was nervous to make the video I made at the beginning of the weekend, just because it's never anything I've done before. I had mentioned in the previous video that I usually like to stay quiet and to myself. I don't try to ruffle any feathers because I value, I guess, friendship or not stepping on anyone other's feelings. But I just feel vindicated to speak my opinion now. And after making the video and reading all the comments that everyone had to share, I felt actually good about doing it. And so yeah, I want to come back here and I want to talk to you guys a little bit more. I have tried this content creation things a few times. I think this is my third or fourth time. And I think they've all been for the wrong reasons in the past. Either trying to gain some sort of following or, wow, wouldn't this be great if this could be my dream job? Those kind of ideas. But this time is different. I'm passionate about the things that I'm passionate about. And whenever I'm either painting in here or writing something or 3D printing and messing with my 3D printers, I usually try to find some kind of podcast to listen to or audiobook to listen to or anything I can find on YouTube that I find interesting. And over the past few weeks when I decided to come back into this thing, I wanted to make sure that this was, one, something that I was going to be passionate about, and two, use this as a way, instead of me trying to search for content to consume while I'm getting in my flow state of creation, whether it be art with painting or 3D printing or writing like D&D-esque stuff. I figured I would just talk to myself about various topics, whatever happens to be on my mind at the time. And so that's what I've been doing these past few weeks. Of course, the last video I made, I don't want to get the wrong impression that I'm just trying to rage bait or clickbait. I am new to this content creation thing. Go and look at my old videos. I mean, the proof is there. I was debating on deleting them. I decided to keep them up as sort of a reminder to me of where I started and how I'm slowly starting to improve. Those of you guys on this channel, if I'm someone you like to listen to and you enjoy the content that I'm making or the opinions or whatever, I appreciate your time, and you're going to see a growth process with me and learning how to do this better and more efficiently and hopefully more entertaining as I go through it. So if you're here for the ride, keep me grounded and humbled and remind me if I'm starting to sway or if I'm improving. I kind of went online again over the weekend and just see all the lies that are being spewed about what's going on, and everyone just kind of arguing as typically, but this time with more passion and more ferocity. It just kind of disgusts me, all the lies that are going on about what happened. I think it's clear what group of people committed this act, and I don't think there's any point in trying to hide and lie and make these fake articles about it. And I'm convicted in my beliefs. You can say what you want to say in the comment section. It's not going to change my mind. I think this woke ideology has just gone too far and has just radicalized so many people that it needs to stop. It needs to be curbed. And I think it's clear to see that this isn't a what side of the fence do you sit on. It's more of a, are you a good person? Do you have compassion and sympathy? Or are you just someone who's evil and is just going to dance over someone's grave? And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't plan on this channel to be political. I don't really like talking politics when it comes to like the things I like to do for fun. I don't mind having a conversation about politics, don't get me wrong. I just kind of feel like it's a little bit pointless in the fact where if you're in the middle, sure, maybe we can have some kind of conversations, but if you're already dead set on one set of thinking versus the other set of thinking, I don't really see the point in trying to convince one another. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's just how I feel. But again, to everybody that commented, if you had some kind of advice or ridicule, I do appreciate it. Uh, I am a Catholic. I used to be somewhat of a devout Catholic. I went to church regularly. I went last Sunday. I felt rejuvenated, and I'm going to make it my goal to go regularly again, just to have that faith. I feel like we all mentally, as humans, as animals, we have this calling to faith. Now, what I mean is, like, you're gonna find your dogma in your religion, or the government or something else, and you can clearly see that that's what's going on. People who aren't religious, they're finding their dogma somewhere, and I hold true to the faith. I believe and love in God and everything that He's given me, and I do see life itself isn't necessarily easy. There's a quote. I'm not sure if it comes from Berserk or not, but I've seen it online with like a Berserk picture that says, life doesn't get easier, you just get stronger. And I'm hopeful that with me doing this, I'm able to learn strength and learn how to put myself out there to constantly find comfort in the uncomfortable, and putting my opinions out there, and then letting the viewers or the community, or the market, whatever you want to call it, react to it and react to me as a person. And Epictetus, the philosopher, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." So I have no problems if I feel foolish or stupid. If you think I'm dumb, you can let me know. That's fine. I'm going to keep this going on for as long as I can, because I don't know, this just feels right to me. Just being able to talk and express my opinions, even if no one else watches this video, being able to express it for me, being able to have a little piece of information that when my kids get older, if something ever happens to me, God forbid, they can come and find these videos and watch me and see, what I look like, what do I sound like, what are the kind of things I would talk about, or what are the kind of things I like to do. So that's the main reason why I'm doing this. Not so much for fame and fortune, just because this is fun. This is hopefully going to be a part of me, and how I, talk to people and deal with things, and just learn how to be a better communicator, storyteller, all that stuff. So I want to come back to table space. So what exactly is table space to me? So obviously tabletop gaming, board gaming, video gaming, all that stuff is very, very important to me. I grew up with video games, it moved over to tabletop games, and it's kind of here to stay. It's clear to me, and I'm sure to you, that this day and age, with technology, we're all somewhat terminally online. And I think that's, good that we have this technology where we can close gaps, and we can interact with each other at a moment's notice. But we're definitely losing that human connection. And I feel like with my life, other than with my kids and my family, is with tabletop games, board games, and that sort of thing. And I think for me, that's something that's sacred, especially with role-playing games, being able to be someone else for and experience these different things that you can't normally experience in your everyday life. I'm passionate about gaming, and I think it's good that we separate the technology, separate ourselves from it for a while, and just harness that human connection that we so desperately need, not only I guess spiritually, but also biologically. We're social animals. It's just what it is. And that's one thing that's great about tabletop gaming, is that this model, this isn't a digital program that I have to download. This is something that belongs to me. I can do with this whatever I want to do. Same thing with these books. These books don't belong to any other company. These are my books. I can do with these what I will. And I think it's so important in this day and age that we have things that we can truly own, things that belong to us, because as time goes on, I mean, streaming is now, DVDs are a thing of the past. Media is just something you subscribe to. And I just, we need that connection, and we need spaces where we can come together, and whether we disagree politically on things, maybe there's something we can agree with, whether it be some form of entertainment that doesn't necessarily have to pull out the politics from each other. And that's something that I'm trying to do. And I'm sure these places exist already, but to my knowledge, I don't know of any of them. So here I am trying to make something of my own. And really, I'm not doing this for me as much as I'm trying to do it for other people, because in the comments that I have seen, while people have disagreed with me, that's no problem. There are people that have agreed with me and are looking for the same kind of things that I'm looking for. So this is just a call. Hopefully YouTube can send this video out and find those people so we can get together and just learn how to have fun and interact with one another and just connect on a more meaningful level than just comments on a YouTube video or posts on a Reddit or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So yeah, this was my response. I hope it is a little bit more well put together than the previous one was. Something I'm going to work through and get better at. But again, thanks to everyone for watching, and thank you for all your comments. Whether I agree with what you said or disagreed, it is what it is. All right, take care. Peace out.